Shalom. We'll start this video off by giving all praise to the Most High in the name of His Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Basically, I'm just waking up. You know, I got an illness. I'm trying to defeat, eating cough drops and whatnot. But basically, last night we had an episode. Shooting happened. All right. My name's Desmond Whitfield, Desmond Amar Whitfield. My middle name's Hebrew, ancient PaleoHebrew. It means to say, to command. Basically, what we have here, I want to show you guys. I almost got hit by a bullet. I just want to play this video.
Open the car and shit.
You hear like a bullet.
Damn.
It's gonna hit the wall right behind me.
Damn.
Now I don't know if this white car right here actually seen everything that went down, or if they're a suspect. But the thing is, they look like they was turning around. They basically seen everything went down. I was on the couch. But, you know, the thing is, I caught a video prior to this video, just like an hour prior. And the thing is, look, there's two cars in this. See, this is the thing. There's two cars that are, well, basically, the woman she ended up getting shot, and two men were injured. But I want to pull out some precepts, you know, because that's what life is about. Is you know, this is Jacob's trouble. This is judgment. Okay, the Most High God, Yahuwah, John 17 verse 6 and 26 verse 26, heard His name in my dream after my judgment came. And He allowed me to live again. And He gave me proof. He set me up as one of His servants. I'm a holy prophet, and I just want to share some scriptures. This is Jacob's trouble. You know, I live on Michigan Street. Bullet hit the wall behind me. Leviticus 24:17, and he that killeth any man shall surely be put to death. And there's judgments on how to kill people. And I was just reading Numbers. Enemy is like hatred. And basically, this is what I want to show you guys. Numbers 35:12, 30 through 31, and they shall. Well, back in the day, we used to have cities for refuge in our nation. And if you listen, like we don't have that here. But back in the day, we used to have cities of refuge to keep safe, like immunity. Until, just listen to this. And they shall be unto you cities for refuge from the avenger, that the manslayer die not until he stand before the congregation. And that's the holy courts, the Ezekiel 28 and verse 8. That's like to be brought before the door of the congregation. Like if you were a Nazarite and you fulfilled your days, you would be brought to that congregation. Okay, and that's what happened to me. Is the doors of wisdom. She's the doors of hell and heaven. Basically, until he shall stand before the congregation, and I know that to be the holy courts. Okay, and that's the throne of the Most High God, Yahuwah, in judgment. Whoso killeth any person, the murderer shall be put to death by the mouth of witnesses. So that's like. It's like when somebody's found you out guilty, you know what I mean? It's like that word is going to cut you up, especially with the true names of the Most High God. But one witness shall not testify against any person to cause him to die. Moreover, ye shall take no satisfaction for the life of a murderer, which is guilty of death, but he shall be surely put to death. And if he smite him with an instrument of iron, today that's a gun, or anything, a knife. That's the thing. So that he die, he is a murderer. The murderer shall surely be put to death. And if he smite him with a throwing stone, that could be like a bullet, a throwing knife, anything. Okay, you can kill somebody with a phone. You hit him the right way. The murderer shall surely be put to death. Or if he smite him with a hand weapon of wood, and today, just connect the dots. In this situation, we got guns and bullets. Okay, so I just try to help people with edification. Wherewith he may die, and he die, he is a murderer. The murderer shall surely be put to death. The revenger of blood himself shall slay the murderer. Okay, so it seems like, all right, it gets deep. The revenger of blood himself shall slay the murderer. So that's something to hang on to. But that's the thing. When he meeteth him, he shall slay him. But if he thrust him of hatred or hurl at him by lying of weight, that he die. See, and this is where revenge. There's a type of revenge, okay? Or an enemy. There's a righteous revenge. Okay. But if he thrust him of hatred or hurl at him by lying of weight, that he die, or an enemy, hatred, smite him with his hand, that he die, he that smote him shall surely be put to death, for he is a murderer. Because that's the thing. The revenger of the blood shall slay the murderer when he meeteth him. The thing is, not a lot of people can be a revenger correctly. Because it's not something we want to do. Someone wants to do. But the thing is, I don't know. I don't like killing people. Period. That's it's not on my spirit. But that's the thing. The revenger of blood. So you gotta go into the deeper context of because vengeance belongs to the Most High God. You know what I mean? So in all mercy, and we don't move with enemy or hatred against anybody. But with our word, we like what the Most High dislikes is ungodliness and unrighteousness. Where no wisdom is, no vision. The people perish. And listen to this. But if he thrust him suddenly without enemy, hatred, or have cast upon him anything without lying of weight, or without any stones, in this case bullets, wherewith a man may die, seeing him not, and cast it upon him, that he die, and was not his enemy, neither sought his harm. So you listen to this. These could have been just two fools, two kids just playing along, all right, and just thinking this stuff's a game, all right. So they couldn't they even though guns was going off. That's the thing. In this situation, if they were little kids at that, just some young kids, they weren't old enough to know what hate is and what the real beef is. So it's innocence in the Most High God's eyes, all right? Wherewith a man may die, seeing him not, and cast it upon him, that he die, and was not his enemy, neither sought his harm. So the thing is, what if someone was just hoping to, in this case, a woman died, you know what I mean? So the thing is, it's really heavy, you know. It just that's why I was when I was locked up, my bunkie was a murderer. Like he got in a bar room, just like the same situation, man. He made a bad choice. He said, don't take a permanent choice. You know, don't make a stupid decision that takes 50 seconds that costs you 75 years of your life. That's basically what he told me. Don't do something stupid in 5 seconds that costs you some 75. And the thing is, man, that's what it is. We in those times, man. Wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of thy times. And what wisdom and knowledge is that? That's the scriptures. Whoso killeth any man, the murderer shall be put to death by the mouth of witnesses. We don't know if those witnesses are the chosen witnesses. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. Because this goes on a deeper level. But one witness shall not testify against any person to cause him to die. And so basically, I could have been that only witness. You know what I mean? Moreover, you shall take no satisfaction for the life of a murderer that is guilty of death, but he shall be surely put to death. And the thing that sticks with me, because there's you know, when someone dies on accident, if you ever watch Dark Phoenix, you could tell when there's it's a demonic or and you know, that's what I'm saying. Basically, if we go to, but if he thrust him suddenly without enemy hatred, or have cast upon him anything without line of weight, or of any stone, wherewith a man may die, seeing him not, and cast it upon him that he die, and he was not his enemy, neither sought his harm, then the congregation shall judge between the slayer and the revenger of blood according to these judgments. And that's what I really wanted to get out. So, hey, look at the time. Call hello YAHAWAH by Hashem Yahushua by Hashem Kakudash. What I said was, you know, all honor, you know, all praise to the Most High in the name of His Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone. Peace, blessings, salutation, protection to the elect and the hopeful elect.
Open the car and shit.